can I do for you?
I'm looking for a book.
Well, you certainly came to the right place. This is the largest bookshop in the city. What's the name of the one you want?
The book by John Gaylord. I understand it's a bestseller. It's called The Wind Blows West.
Oh, yes, sir. We've got that one right here on the counter. Yes, sir. There's such a big demand for it. Shall I wrap it?
Yeah, please.
You're taking quite a chance with this book, sir.
Well, a lot of people have taken chances. As I understand it, it's only been out a week and it's sold thousands of copies.
Yes, but 2 people have been murdered while they were reading it.
Yeah, I saw that in the papers.
Oh, you did?
Frankly, it's one of the reasons I'm buying it.
Oh, so?
Wonder why 2 men were murdered while they were reading it.
Well, I certainly don't know, sir. And I have to do with the police.
I guess they don't.
There you are.
Thank you.
That'll be $2.50.
Here you are.
Thank you. I hope you enjoyed the book, sir, and that nothing happens to you.
Don't worry about me.
Good day. Call again.
Thank you, I will. If you should be...
Help! Help! Police! Help! Help! This man's been murdered! Help!
Hello?
Hello, Copeland?
Yes?
This is John Gaylord.
Oh, hello, John. How's my favorite author?
Fine. How's my favorite publisher?
Enjoying the sales on The Wind Blows West. You've written a bestseller, my boy. I'll have to read it sometime.
Oh, don't. Oh, you'll wonder why you published it.
I know why I published it. The editor read it, said it would make $1 million.
And I thought you published it because it was a work of art.
Anything that makes $1 million is a work of art. But seriously, John, it is a fine book. Everybody's talking about it.
Good, but how about the people asking about it? Have there been many people up to see you?
Only those few I told you about. Hey, John, tell me something. Why do you want to know who asks for your real name?
I have a reason.
I'm sure you do. You've made such a point of wanting to know their names and addresses. Why, John?
Why?
Yes.
Because I'm interested in the people who are interested in me.
Oh, I don't know.
Blackie, please.
I can't help it, Mary. Don't you realize 3 men have been murdered?
Well, you can't help them either, Blackie.
No, but I can do something to stop a 4th, can't I?
Oh, I guess
That
maybe.
is, I should be able to. Only I don't know where to begin.
3 men were killed. 2 of them reading that new book, The Wind Blows West. And the other one just after he bought it.
Yes, the first 2 men were from out of town, and the other one was a very respectable local citizen.
Oh, no connection among the 3 of them.
None that Inspector Faraday knew when I talked to him.
Oh, dear.
Did you ever hear of anything as fantastic as this, Mary?
Everything you work on takes on a touch of fantasy,
You're
Blackie.
so right.
But about this case. Now, apparently, the book is involved in the killings. Why don't see the author?
John Gaylord?
Yeah.
It's probably his pen name.
Hmm.
I think I'll see the publisher, Alfred Copeland.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Maybe he can tell me how 3 purchasers of that book suddenly became well read with their own blood.
Don't be alarmed, Mr. Copeland.
Well, are you...
Coco is harmless.
Yes.
He's completely harmless.
Yes.
Aren't you, Coco?
Will you take that monstrosity out of here and go with him?
Oh, now, Mr. Copeland.
What do you want here in my office anyhow?
You're a book publisher, Mr. Copeland. You're a very successful one at the moment. Now that The Wind Blows West has proven such a favorite with the public.
Well, what about it?
The author of your book is called John Gaylord. Now, of course, that's a nom de plume. Now, who is he?
That's none of your business. Now get out of here.
Oh, now, Mr. Copeland, you make it so difficult for yourself. Well, Coco. Yes. His neck, Coco.
No.
Just
No.
a little.
I'll get you.
Now, not too hard, Coco. Just enough so that Mr. Copeland will be reasonable. Now, the real name and address of the author, Mr. Copeland, if you please.
I won't. Hey, anybody in there?
Here, quick, Coco, let him alone. Come out the side door with me. I think we've got what we want anyway. We'll be back to see you, Mr. Copeland, if we have to, which I doubt. You'll remember us, won't you?
Hey, open up in there. What's going on? Just a minute. I'm coming.
Well, it's about...
I'm going to black out.
Here, wait a minute now, friend. Here, let me help you on this chair. There. Now, relax just a second while I get you a glass of water.
Yes, water, please. Water.
It's on the way. There we are.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Now, Now, take that glass. There. And I'll also take a little information. I'm Boston Blackie. Now, tell me what was going on in here.
Nothing.
It certainly looked like nothing happened. But that's your business, I suppose. My business is to find out who John Gaylord is.
Sorry, I can't tell you that either. You're the fourth person who wanted to know that, but I've told nobody.
Did you tell Gaylord about the other 3 calls?
About 2 of them. The other call was the one you interrupted. All 3 callers wanted to know the real name and address of John Gaylord. But I didn't tell them, and I won't tell you. Why do you want to know about Gaylord? Because of his book?
Yes, Mr. Copeland. Take my word for it. You've published what is undoubtedly the most novel of all time.
Missed. That's better. Not bad. Not bad.
Joe?
Yeah?
Joe, is that you out in the yard?
Yeah, sure, Jeannie. Come on out and watch the fun.
Why are you shooting that rifle? What are you shooting at?
Come on out here.
Yeah, you bet I will.
Why am I shooting this rifle? Who's got a better reason? I think it's...
Joe, what are you doing? You've never fired a gun in your life. What are you doing with that rifle?
Jeannie, you wouldn't want to be a widow, would you?
Oh, of course not. What are you talking about?
You wouldn't want to be a widow, and I don't want to be known as the late Joe Parker.
Joe, don't talk like that.
That's the reason I'm practicing with this gun.
Joe, you sound as if you knew somebody's going to kill you.
Somebody is.
What?
Somebody's going to try, that is.
Joe.
I just finished reading The Wind Blows West.
You mean the book that the 3 men who were killed had with them?
Mm-hmm.
But, Joe, thousands of people are reading that book. Why should anyone pick you out?
For a very good reason, Jeannie.
Yes?
You see, I know why those other men were killed. And the killer must come after me. But if he does, I'll be waiting for him like this.
Joe, be impatient, Coco. And don't bang the silverware on the table. I said no more banging. The dinner will be ready in a minute. I have to tell you again. Don't force me to slap you again, Coco. I don't like violence, and you know it. Now, you sit there quietly. Your roast will be ready in a few minutes. You can eat all you want, Coco. And there are mashed potatoes. The kind you like. And peas, yes. And bread, all you want. With butter, too.
Yes.
I want you to eat a lot, Coco. All you can, because tonight I want you strong.
Yes.
Stronger than you've ever been.
Yes.
I have a job for you, you see, an important job. And I want you to be strong enough to do it quickly, adroitly, and convincingly.
Yes.
To tell you the truth, Blackie, I knew you wouldn't stay out of this case.
Aren't you glad I didn't, Faraday?
No.
You wouldn't have known the real name of the author of The Wind Blows West if it weren't for me. And we wouldn't be on our way to see him.
I'd have found out the same way you did from the publisher, Copeland.
Copeland didn't tell me.
What?
He didn't have to. I just happened to notice a check on his desk made out to John Gaylord, and the envelope was addressed to the house that we're going to right now.
So you look on other people's desks, do you? Well, remind me never to let you in my office.
The only thing you ever have on your desk is your big feet. Hey, Faraday.
Now what?
Copeland said he had a caller before I got to see him.
So?
Maybe he looked at the check, too. Well, come on, Inspector.
What do you think I'm going to do? Wait here in the car for you to see Gaylord alone?
I've got a hunch we ought to hurry. Can't you go any faster?
Not with you in my way. But there's nothing new about that. You're always in my way. Someday,
Hold
Blackie,
it, Faraday. Hold it when I ring this bell.
Why don't you break the door down, hero? Isn't that the way they always do the rescuing in books?
Don't talk about books to me. Now, when that door opens, be ready for anything. We might be just in time, possibly.
Yes, Well,
Be ready for anything, he said.
well, you, John Gaylord? How did you find me?
Never mind that. We want to come in and talk to you. I'm Faraday of Homicide.
Oh, I see. Well, I'd like to ask you in, gentlemen, but couldn't you make it in a couple of hours? You see, I'm entertaining. You understand?
All right, Blackie. He says he's entertaining.
Which is more than I can say for you.
You're very kind.
You sure you're not in trouble, Gaylord? Trouble? Of course not. I don't anticipate any.
Come on, Blackie.
Okay.
Look, Gaylord, we're coming back. You've got a lot of talking to do.
Any time, Inspector.
Very wise, Mr. Gaylord. Very wise.
Yeah.
If you'd said one thing wrong to those two men, Coco would have thrown his knife into you. Wouldn't you, Coco?
Yeah.
You see. Well, then, Mr. Gaylord, shall we continue where we left off?
Where was that?
It was where you were going to protect your health by signing over to me half your income from your current best-selling literary effort.
I never intended to do that.
No?
No.
Oh, then why didn't you inform those two gentlemen of my presence here?
You would have killed me if I had.
Uh-huh.
You won't kill me if I refuse to sign over the money.
That's quite right. We won't kill you while there's a chance of your changing your mind. Now, let's get down to business.
I don't know what's making you so unhappy, Blackie.
You don't?
Oh, you tracked down John Gaylord, the author of The Wind Blows West. You can find him any time you like. When you see him next, you'll get the information you want out of him. Only I am worried about one thing.
What's that?
If the book has something to do with the 3 killings, everybody concerned knows you're working on the murders. Publisher knows it. The author probably recognized you. You're not safe.
I'm not smart either, all right? Listen to you.
Blackie,
What is it?
you hear that?
Hear what?
Footsteps, those footsteps.
There are a lot of apartments on my floor, Mary. Take it easy.
Well, Blackie, those footsteps have stopped.
Yes, right outside this door.
Yeah.
Well, if this is exactly what I'd hoped for.
No, Blackie, no.
Yes, Mary, definitely yes. I can't get a lead on this case, but it looks like somebody's coming after me. That'll help a little.
Blackie, the doorknob's turning.
I know. I'm going to take care of whoever it is. I'm giving a little informal reception
Now, wait a
in his
minute.
honor. And he's going to be the surprised party. Stay back, Mary.
Yeah.
The door's opening. I'm going to jump this guy, and I may get bounced around a little.
Oh, now, please, be careful, Blackie.
They can hear it.
Blackie, it's Inspector Faraday. Look out. Look out.
I'm sorry, Inspector.
You
But
oughta
they should teach you not to walk in here unannounced.
What do you want me to do? Come in over a public address system?
Here, Inspector Faraday. Have a chair.
No, thanks, Miss Wesley. Give it to Blackie. Let him hit me over the head with it and have a real good time.
Oh, I'm sorry, Inspector.
Yeah, I'll bet you are. Now, look, Blackie, I'll tell you why I came up here. You took me to Gaylord, so I'll give you a tip.
All right.
There is a link between Williams and Lawrence, the first 2 men to be killed while reading that book we're mixed up with.
What's the missing link,
I prefer to believe you're stuttering and not insulting me again.
Never mind. What about Williams and Lawrence?
They were on an expedition in Alaska together 20 years ago with 2 other men.
Uh-huh.
Henry Evans and a guy now known as Joe Parker.
How do you know?
I just got a phone call from Parker's wife. She told me 2 other very interesting things.
Yeah?
Parker's name used to be Willowgrant.
No kidding.
He knows why Williams and Lawrence were killed, and he expects to be next.
Well, you really know a lot, don't you? I'll tell you something I know, too. You're not going to see Parker alone. I'm going with you.
I'm sorry, Inspector Faraday.
Sorry.
Blackie.
Well,
I don't know why my wife told you what she did. She must have been out of her mind.
am I out of my mind, Parker, or I've seen you somewhere before?
I've been around town for about 15 years, Blackie. I guess
Never mind about that.
All right.
Parker, your wife said you knew 2 of the dead men, Williams and Lawrence. Is that true?
Yes, it is, Inspector.
How come?
Before I changed my name, the 3 of us were on an expedition in Alaska with Henry Evans. Evans was lost. He was drowned. He was washed over a waterfall one night when he went for water. At least, that's what we thought.
What do you mean, that's what you thought?
We didn't see him go over the falls.
What about his body?
We never found his body.
I see. And what about the expedition? Did you find what you were looking for?
No, we didn't. We had a map showing the location of a huge gold vein. But Evans had the map with him when he died, so we lost the map, too. I came back here, got in a jam, served my sentence, and changed my name.
Fine tip you had, Faraday. All I can say...
Blackie, down.
Down, nothing. Let's go get that guy in the window.
Come on. Blackie, come back here.
Looks like I'll have to. Too dark out here to see who fired that shot. I think that bullet was meant for you, though, Plucker.
Yes, Blackie, I think it was.
Well, you seem to be awfully calm about it. Who wants to kill you and why?
I'd rather not say why, Inspector. I prefer to handle this myself.
Faraday speaking.
Inspector Faraday.
Yes?
This is Alfred Copeland, the publisher.
Yeah?
Your friend Boston Blackie was up to see me yesterday. I know you two work together. I think I have some information for you that may have a bearing on the 3 murders.
Well?
John Gaylord, the author of The Wind Blows West, just called me. He's being shaken down by a fellow named Small, Kenneth Small. His address is 499 Baylord Street.
499 Baylord Street.
That's right. Gaylord wanted me to send a check to that address. That's how I know.
Kenneth Small, huh?
Yes, very little man. But there's a thick-skulled giant with him all the time. A man named Coco.
Mm-hmm. A man named Small and a giant named Coco.
That's right.
Thanks, Copeland. I'll look into this and see what I can get out of it.
Come in.
Your name Small?
So, why, yes.
I'm Inspector Faraday of Homicide.
Hmm?
Close the door, Matthews. Yes, sir. Small, you've been trying to shake down John Gaylord. What do you know about the deaths of the 3 men reading Gaylord's book?
Not a thing. Which I imagine is just what you know, or you wouldn't be asking me.
Cute, huh?
Why, no, Inspector.
I'm going to take you in on an extortion rap. Come on, Small, you're going with us. Take his arms, Matthews.
Sure, Inspector.
Yes,
Come on,
yes,
you.
Coco, come here. Get them, Coco, get them.
Yeah.
Matthews, look at that guy.
Yeah.
He's a giant. He's coming for you, Matthews.
Don't I know it? Handler when he gets
I'll get him off.
Oh, Inspector, that guy sure had powerful hands.
Powerful head, too. I had to sock him with that blackjack before he went down.
I'm glad you got him off.
Uh,
Hey, Inspector, the little guy's gone.
Well, the big guy was trying to take us apart. Small got away.
Now,
We didn't get far, Faraday.
Blackie, and you grabbed Small.
Yes, Faraday. Small ran from the arms of the law right into mine. Here he is. I followed you here. Hey.
Huh?
Who's the guy on the floor, your brother?
What?
He looks unconscious enough to be.
You're very humorous. Thanks for grabbing Small.
Look,
Now, don't go telling me you solved the case for me.
No, I haven't yet. Small's just an extortioner.
Oh, no, I see.
But while you're taking Coco and Small downtown, I'm going to pick up the phone and then pick up your killer for you.
Hello?
Hello, Parker. This is Boston Blackie.
What do you want?
Nothing. But I know you want something.
Do I?
Mm-hmm. How would you like to find John Gaylord?
What makes you think I would?
I know you would before he finds you.
What are you getting at?
I have this whole thing figured out, and so do you. You know who killed Williams and Lawrence, and you know why that other man was killed. And why a shot was fired at you through your window.
Do I?
Mm-hmm. The third man was killed because he looked an awful lot like you. Now, about finding John Gaylord. You'd like that, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Maybe I would. To, get his autograph.
All right, Parker. I'll give you his address. And then here's what I want you to do.
Coming.
Mr. Gaylord?
Oh, yes, sir.
You look a little surprised to see me.
I'm more surprised to see that gun in your hand. But for a minute, I thought you were someone I used to know. I didn't get the name.
Parker. Joe Parker. You, know me, don't you?
The face is familiar.
You know it is. But the name is new, just the same as yours is. I knew you as Evans. Henry Evans.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, yes, you do. I know. And I knew it when I heard that Williams and Lawrence were dead.
Get out of here.
Oh, no. I'm staying a while. I'd be dead, too, if some poor guy hadn't looked so much like me. You shot him instead of me.
Yes. I had a tough time finding you after I killed that man by mistake. But I did find you.
Yeah, I know. You took a shot at me through the window of my house a little while ago. Now you're going to get what's coming to you.
Well, maybe what's coming to me is that gun of yours.
Get back, you, or I'll
You
let you...
what? I'll pick up that gun.
Oh, no, you won't, you.
That's too late. I already have it.
Why,
You didn't expect me to kick the gun out of your hand,
I
did you?
expect most anything from you. You killed 3 men. The 4th doesn't matter, does it?
Not a bit. I'll never be able to rest as long as you're alive.
Oh, you have money, don't you? You found that gold.
Yes, I found that gold. I had
thought-
millions. But I couldn't spend it. I was afraid something I did would get in the newspapers, and you and Williams and Lawrence would find me. I was rich. I couldn't use my money because of my 3 partners. I had to get rid of all 3. But I didn't know where you were.
So you wrote that book.
That's right. By telling our own story in that book, I knew you and Williams and Lawrence would come looking for me to get your share of the gold.
I didn't come looking for you.
No, but Williams and Lawrence did. They asked my publisher who I was and where I was. I had him tell me about everyone who asked for me. He got their addresses, and I killed them.
You thought you'd found me when you killed someone who looked like me. Well,
He doesn't matter. What matters is you're here. And I'm going to kill you. And right now. Oh!
Put the gun on the floor, Gaylord, or you'll be down there with it. Right, Faraday?
I'll pick the gun up, Blackie. And Gaylord, too.
Blackie, look out. Gaylord's heading for the door.
I mean, he's heading for the floor. Oh! Okay. Okay, Faraday, there he is. With Parker's cooperation, my plan worked. Shall I pick Gaylord up or wait till he wakes up?
Let him wake up. Well, this just about finishes it, Blackie. You know, we picked up Coco on that fellow Small, who was strictly an extortionist. So we've got them all.
Okay with me, Faraday. Only when I think of the incidents that happened over that novel, The Wind Blows West, could I write a book?
Blackie, I just finished reading John Gaylord's book, and I don't think it's so good.
Oh, it's a fair book, Mary. But his story after he wrote the book would make a more exciting novel.
Maybe he'll write that book.
Sure. He'll call it The Last Days of Gaylord, or Gaylord Goes West. He's on his way to death row, you know, Mary.
Well, he should be, with 3 murders to his credit.
To his discredit.
Oh.
The credit is all on Faraday's side for catching him before he killed Joe Parker, too.
Oh, I think you deserve that credit, Blackie.
Well, I was only giving you Faraday's sentiments.
Oh.
It was lucky that I remembered where I'd seen Parker before.
You mean where you thought you saw him, don't you?
Yeah. To pin the 3 killings on one person, I had to have something that connected all 3 victims. The dead man who looked like Parker had no connection with the other 2 until I remembered that he looked like Parker.
Well, I guess that's that.
Yeah. Our author, John Gaylord, played a pretty serious game. And he wanted Parker as a 4th for murder.